You mentioned that's a long time to be married. How'd you meet your husband? Tell me how that started.
So actually, his siblings and my siblings were friends. I knew some of his siblings, and
Mhm.
he knew my siblings, but he and I had never met, which was good. This is like God's timing is perfect. And I met him a couple years out of high school, and we met amongst a bunch of friends. It's funny because I would hang out with that same group of friends,
Mhm.
and he was never there when I'd hang out with them. So there was just one day where it happened, and it was just like sparks flew, and that's how I met him. It
What
was
was what was the sparks? Because clearly you guys were didn't meet, but the universe put it together at the right alignment. But what was it that caused that spark? Because this is the guy you really knew of, but you wasn't hanging around him.
Yeah, the spark was the second we met, we couldn't stop talking. Just wanted to we just had so much in common. We just had so much to talk about. Even at such a young age, because I was 19 at the time. He was 22, and we just hit it off.
What talking about at 19 and 20 that you just kept talking nonstop?
We were talking about I was very ambitious, like, I wanted to start a business, I had
Right.
all these hopes and dreams. He loved them too and was, like, totally on board with that. So, one of the first conversations we were having is just business conversations and, like, getting to know each other, and then him making me laugh, of course, was, like, a huge thing. I need someone with a good sense of humor and somebody that I can totally feel safe with emotionally, and he just seemed to fit that mold for me, and also just a really decent guy who loved God and was willing to serve God. That was a huge, must for me in
Mhm.
finding a life partner, and so it just came together so well.
You're 19 and 20, 21 and 22, and
22.
you're talking nonstop. What was some of the things you was talking about on your business aspect that he was on board with that you thought was pretty kind of crazy?
Man, you're, like, digging into, like,
I'm
old
digging deep.
memories. Um, I remember at that time I really wanted to do real estate stuff. I was
Mhm.
really like, I want to get all these investment properties and I want to do this and this. And so that was a lot of things I was talking about is that once upon a time I wanted to be an attorney, but that like sold really quick at a young age because I'm not like, I don't know. It was just not my thing. So we talked about those were mainly the two topics. When we first got married, um, he grew up cleaning carpets. His dad had a carpet cleaning business. So right when we got married, we started a carpet cleaning business. So we didn't start into the real estate stuff, but we started right into this carpet cleaning business. So we kind of segued into a business world mindset world right when we got married.
Did you want to be a carpet cleaner?
No.
Was that what he was laughing about? Because he was like, I know this is not your dream.
No, at the time, I think everything gives you experience. So that was
Mhm.
a really good experience. And you look back on life and you can just be grateful for everything that you have. And that was just one of those things that led you to the next step in your life. And so we look at it as that. Like, that was a great thing for us to have when we were first married. And it was a great stepping stone to the next thing. So